Jesus, a man among men. At the age of 30, after being baptized by John, he withdrew to the desert to pray. And just like any other man, he suffered from cold, hunger, thirst, heat, tiredness. It was then that Satan tried to tempt him, but Jesus defeated him. The Spirit led him into the desert, where he spent 40 days and was tempted by Satan. So we are told by the Gospel according to St. Mark. According to Christian tradition and to scholars, the place where Jesus was tempted was the desert of Judah, a region that in the past had often welcomed anchorites and prophets who wished to retire in solitude far from the world to meet God. Here, in fact, in those days, John the Baptist lived, and here was also the principal center of the religious community of the Essenes. The desert of Judah is a split in the Earth's crust caused by the collision of two continental plates, the Asian plate and the African plate. The Asian plate collided with the African and thrust it upwards, thereby folding it. This explains why the desert of Judah lies 400 meters below sea level. The folding is represented by the mountain ridge of the mountains of Judah, extending 30 kilometers from here towards the Mediterranean Sea up to Jerusalem. It is a steppe covered by grass during the short winter rains and is scantily inhabited and frequented by nomad shepherds and hermits. Today, the Greek Orthodox monastery of Mount Karantal lies a few kilometers away. It was so named after the 40 days spent there by Jesus. The Jewish phrase 40 days generally meant a long period of time. For this reason, the duration of the flood is considered to be 40 days, and that of the Jews' exodus in the Sinai desert, 40 years. The word Satan means accuser or slanderer, diabolos in Greek. In the first book of the Old Testament, Genesis, the devil, or angel who rebelled against God, is presented as a snake, a victorious tempter, the enemy of man's happiness, eager to lead all men to perdition with him. But men can become his slaves only by their own fault, by sin. But Jesus takes every power away from him through his own triumph, from his birth to the cross, to his resurrection. Thus, the devil fears him because he knows that he can never win. But still, how could Jesus be tempted by his enemy? Some scholars argue that Satan wanted to tempt him in order to clear a doubt that haunted him whether Jesus was really the Messiah, the Son of God, the one he feared and who could ultimately defeat him. And on that occasion, in the desert of Judah, he obtained the confirmation he was looking for.
And in the silence of my soul, I'll wait for him.
Jesus is the star.